On the banks of the Vltava River lies the stunning medieval town of Cesky Krumlov, located in the South Bohemia region of the Czech Republic. A town built around a 13th century castle, with Gothic, Renaissance, and Baroque elements, in close connection with a picturesque landscape. So I invite you to discover an ideal vacation spot, where you have the opportunity to live beautiful and unforgettable moments, alongside a rich history spanning 5 centuries. For its uniqueness and historical value, both the castle and the city center were registered as UNESCO World Heritage Sites in 1992. This beautiful feudal city played an important role in the political, economic, and cultural history of Central Europe, remaining almost intact in its architecture, preserving the appearance of its streets and historical buildings, including their details, roof shapes, facade decoration. In 2008, the National Geographic magazine ranked Cesky Krumlov as the 16th most beautiful historical place in the world. The city itself was founded around 1274. The Golden Age came in the 16th century, when the city became the cultural center of Bohemia and the neighboring German-speaking areas of Bavaria and Austria. Merchants, scholars, artists settled in Cesky Krumlov. A peaceful evolution over time, remaining untouched by the devastating effects of the industrialization of the 19th century, during the communist era, and the thoughtless developments of the last decades. New generations have added to their contribution without destroying what they inherited. More than 1 million tourists visit this small town every year, Cesky Krumlov Castle being the most important tourist attraction. The history of its construction dates back to the 16th century. At that time, the castle was owned by the Rosenberg family. They were part of the Bohemian and prominent aristocracy of that period, and many of them were great patrons of the arts. Groups of tourists throng the castle's courtyards on a guided tour, where they are told, among other things, about the legends of this place, about the areas haunted by ghosts where the people who lived here had no peaceful nights at all. Even today, one can hear the sounds of battle, the voices and sobs of dying guards who fought to the death after playing dice on one of the bored nights of guard duty. Another legend tells of a conscientious blacksmith who worked in the castle's brewery. At one point, needing reeds to seal the casks he was working on, he went out in a boat on the pond, and by an unfortunate accident, he drowned. Therefore, he could not fulfill the task he had undertaken. Even after his death, the blacksmith could not rest in peace, and on full moon nights, noises can be heard through the hammer blows of the blacksmith, haunting the brewery workshop trying to complete his work. Crossing the Cloak Bridge and advancing towards the west side of the castle, we find a place with a beautiful panoramic view of the entire city. Its current form as a Grand Baroque residence is due to John Christian Marr von Eggenberg, who put his stamp on its remodeling in the 1680s. On this wall entrance, we discover the most important observation point, and a place where you can relax with a coffee while admiring the beauty of the city seen from above. For this corner of the wall, everyone waits in line in order to capture an overall photo or a selfie. The lively round tower decorated with murals can also be explored, and from its height of 55 meters we have views over the entire city area. Going towards the tower building, the front entrance leads to the tower, and the right one to the museum exhibition. The museum offers visitors a unique opportunity to see a number of valuable exhibits from the castle's warehouses, which commemorate the most significant events related to its owners and history. The 29 interior rooms are equipped with various old paintings, historical lighting fixtures, original terracotta stoves, furniture, etc. To climb the tower, we have to climb over 160 steps, a route that is very narrow in places and demanding in terms of effort. The castle tower is the symbol of Cesky Krumlov, its history and beauty. There are 4 bells hanging in the tower, the heaviest of which weighs around 1,800 kilograms and dates back to 1406. Other small bells, known as clock bells, have been hanging in the tower's skylight for over 400 years. Even if it requires a sustained effort to climb it, when you reach its top, your effort will be rewarded in proportion. Compared to the panoramic observation point on the west side of the castle, from the top of the tower, the highest point of the city, you have a 360-degree panoramic view of the skyline. Cesky Krumlov is small enough to be seen in one day, but if you stay longer, its secret corners become much more visible, and the experience lived here takes on a much deeper charge. The picturesque houses today house a variety of shops and pubs, including medieval taverns where you can enjoy various culinary delights of Czech cuisine. If you want to dine outdoors, the terraces of some restaurants located on the banks of the river overlooking the castle are the ideal place. The murmur of running water gives you an extra ambience and relaxation, where you will hardly want to leave. An important detail to remember. If you spend the evening in the city and you want to serve dinner, it is preferable to find a restaurant until 9 p.m. After this time, the doors of the restaurants close and they no longer receive customers. So make sure in advance. Wander the winding lanes on your own or with guided tours and see over 300 Gothic and Renaissance houses, most of which house boutique hotels. Shops selling traditional Czech crafts such as wooden and glass toys, art galleries, bookstores, jewelry stores, and more. If you're looking for a cultural event, Cesky Krumlov hosts many festivals, including the Early Music Festival, the International Music Festival, and the Rose Festival. Another attraction for enthusiasts is the Vltava itself, the meandering river that meanders charmingly through the city where you can go canoeing and rafting. In conclusion, Cesky Krumlov has something for everyone, and no one will leave disappointed. On the contrary, you will take a part of this place with you forever. Suggestion for a future experience. If you like it, and want to see more new travel places, you need to turn on bell notifications. If you do this, you will be a kind of premium subscriber who can see a new video uploaded, uninterrupted by annoying ads.